What up? What up? What up, everybody? Y'all go ahead and hit that like button for me. What's going on, Shine Rod? I see you. Brandon Howard, I see you. What's going on? Y'all smash that like button on your way in. If you got anyone that you may think will be interested in watching the video, go ahead and share it with them now. Oh, that's awesome, man. Mike Gee, I see you. I'm glad you can catch it too. What up, what up? I'm gonna let a few more people hop in. I'm gonna get started. MTH Power Wash, I see you. What's going on, Jarius Walker? What's going on? From Lafayette, Louisiana. What's going on now? What's going on, Joan Hernandez? What's up? What's included in the regular wash? What do you mean by a regular wash? What's included? Jeremy Runner, what's going on? Okay, I see. Oh, that's awesome. Interior detail with orthodontics. I see you, Jacob Johnson. Yeah, man, like that's the good thing about detailing. Like what we do, we got, we get a chance to meet people from all walks of life. Like, you get to help people from all, you get to meet people from all walks of life. And then they have a nice network that just by default, you're gonna get tapped into. And the orthodontist is gonna have assistants. He's gonna have a secretary. Uh, I mean, and then pretty sure it's in a medical area. Usually, all the hospitals and doctor's offices and dentist offices are all like located in the same area, so it's going to be a lot of people driving through there. That's awesome. Okay, I see you, MTH. That's awesome. Jesus, what's going on? What up, G Works? Y'all hit that like button. Yeah, I'm glad you can tap in too, Jerry's. Okay, so yeah, so you got some inside information in it, and that's great. Um, Clean Right, Cut Right. I don't know if y'all know who he is, but he's on a new wave. He has a YouTube channel, and he details and does lawns as well. Well, he got a lot of his customers. He worked at a country club for some years, and he has a lot of customers in that country club to this day. So he had inside information. He pretty much had inside information, and and then he already had built a rapport with them from being an employee there. So like the members of the country club. So these people, a lot of these people, make over, well into the six figures a year. Some of them are millionaires. So that was a smart move for him. So like if you was working in the industry and you got, you have access to that certain industry or to this certain group of people, that's awesome. A lot of people don't have that coming in, especially mobile detailers. All right, well, let's get started, man. The topic of discussion today is customer service. The best tool, and when I mean the best tools, the best tool in detailing and chemicals. Now, first off, customer service. I think a lot of us fail at this part. And when I mean customer service, I don't only mean like being nice to the customer. It's customer service all the way around. We detailers, we focus on doing the job. So sometimes the customer gets neglected. The customer service gets neglected. We go in and we want to do the vehicle based on our standards. Like if the customer orders a certain package, we go in there and we trying to go all out. Some of us get OCD and we try to just get the vehicle perfect, and you don't have a stopping point in your head. And sometimes you can be doing the job that should only take you, an hour and a half, 2 hours, and you there for 3-4 hours because you're focusing on trying to get one spot out or a scratch out of the vehicle or just some minor little defect that the customer really doesn't care about. The first thing, what I do is when I come on scene, the first thing that I do is I I make contact with the customer because sometimes they'll leave the vehicle outside and they'll just leave the keys in it, and pretty much just want you to get started when you get there. But what I do is when I get there, when I book the appointment, I get a lot of particulars on the vehicle. I immediately ask them, okay, do you have any stains? Do you want any shampooing? Do you need any waxing? That way I know what package to offer them. Once they pick a package, and then the appointment is made, once I arrive at the appointment, I make contact with the customer. And I have the customer to come outside and we look over the vehicle. I ask them questions, and see that the big part of customer service is communication. So the first thing you want to do is you want to ask them what concerns, or is there anything in the vehicle that's bothering you, or is there any, because sometimes people call mobile detailers and they may have a specific issue with the vehicle, a stain or something, and just because you said that you do it in your package, you may miss that. You may have, you got verbiage in your package saying, oh, we do this, we do that, we do that. And when they see it's in the package, they're going to assume that you're going to do it, as they should. But at the same time, the customer is going to help you provide a better service, because you're servicing the customer. So, the customer may tell you, oh, can you get all this? I got all this makeup right here on my sun visor. Sometimes you don't even look up. I know I've done it. I've done the whole car, and then I'm almost done, and I'm thinking I'm done, and for some reason I look up and I see those stains up there. I've had people to point them out after I got done. And had I asked at the beginning of the appointment, is there anything in the vehicle that's bothering you that you don't like, and all this type of stuff, and then they'll go out there, they'll point everything out and say, yeah, I had this and that. They'll show you certain things, and now you know what to expect, and you have a stopping point, and the customer is basically giving you a cheat sheet to satisfy them, because you want to do it on their standards. Now, if you're doing a detail on your standards and you OCD, you're going to be wiping things and cleaning things that the customer don't care about, that they can care less about. And you won't have a stopping point. How far are you going to go? You don't know how far you're going to go. You're just going to be there for hours on something that should take you a few hours or a couple hours. And the thing is that I see a lot of, I don't say a lot, but I've seen some detailers that are not that good. They're not that good. They're mediocre detailers. They do mediocre work. It's not horrible. It's okay. But they know how to talk to customers. They know how to go back and forth and conversate with customers. And they know how to basically finesse customers. They talk to the customers about like, kids, and they have, little small quick conversations to kind of get a little personal with the customers. Not like you're going to try to have dinner or go out or whatever, but just be a little more sociable with the customers, and they'll start to like you more, and that's when you start getting tips and things of that nature. So always remember to provide good customer service. It doesn't only mean just being nice to the customers. It's communication, giving what the customer wants. Then after you finish the vehicle, you bring the customer out again and have them to look over the vehicle and tell them, if you see anything I need to address, let me know, because I want you to be happy. And the customer looks through the vehicle and everything. Even if the customer gets back in the vehicle after she said everything was okay, you've long gone, she's not going to hold it against you, because she missed it and you missed it. And she's not going to, she or he is not going to hold it against you. And I'm saying she because I mostly deal with women, female customers. Okay, so now, okay. So that's the only part of customer service that I want to talk about. because I think that's very, very important. A lot of us, uh, I don't think, are doing that. And I remember at one point that I wasn't doing that. Like, I wasn't asking the customer, is there anything particular thing in the vehicle? That would leave me having to go back and do the vehicle again. The other day, last week, I did a detail, me and Ashton, and the guy, it was a new car, but it, it had a little debris in it on the floors and everything. And he was like, yeah, man, can you get in between the seat? His focus was, I mean, the rest of the car was dirty, but he was focused on in between the seats. So if you would have spent all that time getting the carpets nice and looking good, and you did not get in between, where the seat mounts to the carpet, where the rails that the seat are on that mounts to the carpet, like in between there, in between the console and the seat. And he was so focused on that area. And so that's why I paid special attention to that area, make sure that I got that area right. If I didn't get anything else right, which I do aim to get everything else right, but if I didn't get anything else right, I was going to get that part right because he specifically pointed that out to me. Okay, so now the best tool in detailing, and I've talked about this before. Now, you got a lot of tools in your arsenal. You got drill brushes, steamers, pressure washers, generators. Some of you guys have your favorite tools, and my opinion, my best tool in detailing is the smartphone. This is the best to me tool in detailing. I don't care what anybody says. You won't change my mind. This is the best tool in detailing, the smartphone. There's so much that you can do with this phone when it relates to detailing. You can check the weather. It has a rate. You can download a radar for free. You can pay for a radar. You can see what time it's going to rain, what area, what time it's going to come in, how long it's going to rain, when it's going to leave out the area. You can also take credit card payments, PayPal, Venmo, Square, Cash App, PayPal, all of that. You can take payments on here. You can keep up with all your information. You keep up with how much money you making, how much expenses and stuff that you spending right here. You can check your emails. And so much. Directions. You got the GPS on here to get to the appointment. Texting the customers. You can send emails and text message to your customers on what you got going on. Not only that, this is your lifeline. This is how customers are able to reach you through this. So, I mean, yes, you're going to need the tools to do the car, but this is how they find you. This is how they contact you. It's your cell phone. So, I was asked that before, what was my favorite tool, and it's the cell phone. Because I can also advertise through here. I can also learn through here. If I need to figure something out, I can go straight to Google. It's so much. I mean, I don't care. It's so much that you can do with this. I mean, if you need to figure something out real quick, or you're on the job and you need to figure out how to remove water spots, you can get on YouTube or Google and type it in, and within seconds you have information. Okay, I see you, Total Detailing. Appreciate you. But yeah, the cell phone is the best tool in detailing. It by far. It's nothing else come close. Nothing else comes close. You can also, with this, you can also show your customers your work. There's so much, and I mean, I could keep going on and on about the cell phone. And last but not least, chemicals. You guys love them products. Y'all love what? A&A, what tire shine do you use? What is the best tire shine? What you think the best tire shine is? You know, soap, wheel cleaner, APC, wax, spray wax, ceramic coating. What else is out there? Polish. I mean, it's so much stuff out there. O&R, all the stuff that you guys love, that I see that you guys always talk about. Now, my take on chemicals is, I want to get, once I find something that works and that looks good, that's going to make the car look good, and I know it works, then my next step is, can I get it in bulk? Can I buy it by the gallon? If I can't afford, a 55-gallon drum, can I get a 5-gallon? Do they sell it in 5 gallons? Because a lot of this stuff, a lot of this stuff that you buy over the counter, you may have to order it online. But a lot of this stuff that you buy over the counter are always in ounces. Is very rare that you get, your favorite product in gallons. Like Super Clean and stuff like that come in a gallon. But I've never seen 5 gallons of McGuire's tire shine in a store. I've never seen it at AutoZone or Walmart or O'Reilly's or places like that. Usually you have to go online somewhere and order it off Amazon and things like that. But my thing is, when it comes to chemicals, is it good and how much can I get? And it's okay when you first start out. Like when you first get into the game, you're only doing maybe 1 or 2 cars a week. 20-something ounce bottle will last you for maybe 4 cars. Like maybe tire shine, may last you, a bottle of tire shine probably lasts you maybe 2 or 3 cars, or maybe 4, depending on how big the tires are. And if you're only doing a few cars a week, then you can be okay. You can buy 2 or 3 bottles and that'll last you a good while. But once your clientele start picking up and you start doing a whole bunch of cars, you're going to start to see that money either way at your profits. I mean, because you got to understand, and especially if you're not charging enough, then everything, you're going to be looking at everything you spend, and you're going to be like, wow, you want to get something to eat, or you want to get a soda, or you got to re-up on chemicals, or you got to put gas in your gas cans or in your vehicle. The other day, I say maybe by the end of this week, I'll be filling up again. I fill up twice. I fill up at the beginning of the week and at the end of the week. So I fill up sometimes twice a week. And so I spend about anywhere from $70 to $100 of gas a week. So if you're not charging right, then things like going back to the store to buy chemicals, by the ounce, then you're gonna start to see like, wow, I'm not really saving money. I'm really spending a lot of money. It's gonna really eat away at your profits. Another good tip is find a product that can do multiple things as well. Multi-use concentrates are best. Exactly. And that's the thing. That's, when I went by the gallons, this is concentrate, like Total Detailing said, it's concentrated. So you want something that you can stretch the product. And also, like he said, stuff with multiple uses, like Super Clean. Super Clean has multiple uses. You can use it on the rims, on the tires. It can be used on the inside if diluted properly. So that's my take on chemicals. I'm not really loyal to any brand. I think I've used just about everything that's out there. Just about, not everything out there, but I've used a lot of what's out there. And the thing is that a lot of them are good. Some of them are garbage. But the point that I'm in now is that Okay, can I get a gallon? You know, I feel good when I buy a gallon because it'll last me. It'll last me. At least a few weeks, at least a month, depending on what it is. Like a gallon of tire shine will last me maybe 3, 4 weeks, maybe. Sometimes it go a little faster than that, but 1 gallon. If you buy five, look how long it's gonna take you to have to go and re-up. You see what I'm saying? So, you got to get business mind. You ever had the business mindset, a money mindset. You always got to be thinking about the money, not thinking all about money all the time, but thinking about your money. Like, how much of it you're going to keep, how much of you going to spend, how much of you going to save. You got to have a money mindset, a business mindset. So the thing is that like I was saying about the customers earlier, about how you go into this, and it's almost like you get a little selfish because you go out there and you want to do the car to your standards and to the way you would like to have it done, and not including the customer on that business mindset. You want to go in to please the customer so the customer can recommend you to other people, and also the customer can, be a repeat customer. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. Right. 5 gallon if you can, but you also got to understand that, I like to buy 5 gallons. I like to buy drums. But some people may not have that type of money to spend, because a drum of tire shine can sometimes cost anywhere from $700 to $1,000 or even more, depending on what it is. A 5 gallon of tire shine probably can run you $100. So some people don't have $100. They got $100. They want to get more bang for their buck. They don't want to go in and spend $100 on tire shine. So you can get a gallon for like $20 at some places, depending on what brand and what it is, if it's silicone or water based or whatever. But that's the thing, if you're not pulling in that type of income detailing, there's no need to buy that much of chemicals. You can just buy maybe a half a gallon or some ounces that's going to last you, a few cars, and then you just re-up again. But once your money start coming in, once you start getting a lot of money, or not even really a lot of money, but you got a steady business, like you doing at least, 2, 3 cars a day, then when you got that type of money coming in, and plus you got to be charging correctly too, because if you're not charging right, this affects everything. But if you're charging correctly, if you get like 2 or 3 cars a day, or maybe just 2 a day, then you can buy 5 gallons, and then as your business grow, you can buy drums, because you can buy a drum or something, just like you can buy a drum of soap, a drum of APC, the stuff that you use a lot of, and you can buy 55-gallon drums of that, 30-gallon drums of this, and that stuff will probably last you the entire year. You never have to go back and re-up for the whole year. So that's something to think about. I'm not a big chemical guy. I don't care, the products and all that. I don't really care about the brand name. I just never been like that. I'm into this. I'm in this business to do business. I'm not here to impress other detailers, and I'm seeing that a lot. I see a lot of people like to do stuff to impress detailers, and it's okay. It's okay to show out sometimes, but your main goal should be customers. Your main goal should be satisfying your customers and catering to your customers in every way. Okay, let's see what y'all saying in the comment section. Always ask what concerns you the most. Sometimes they really just need the cup holder cleaned up, and the rest might not be a big deal. Works for me. Okay, yeah, you're right. That's exactly right. Because you'd be surprised because it's in your. The thing is you're gonna clean it anyway. But if they point it out, that's something that they're gonna look at when they get back in the car. So you want to do, go all out in those areas that they pointed out. I mean, you go all out on the whole vehicle, but pay special attention to that area, because if that was the area that was bothering them, as soon as they get in the car, that's what they're going to look at. And if it's a spot or something there, it's going to be noticeable because they're going to really be looking at it. Yeah, Jesus, that's very good. That's always ask what concerns you. Most of the times they would really just need the cup holders clean. And yeah, you're right. You're exactly right. I've made them mistakes before when I first started. Okay. Yeah, we all have. We all have. And that's the thing, when you make a mistake, learning from it and moving forward. A lot of people. I remember some years ago I would watch, watch videos, or not necessarily videos, but in the comment section, how people will be so mad at customers or people that don't want to pay, or people like, oh, I want, they're not going to get the whole car done. I'm not doing it. Or they're not going to do this. I'm not, oh, this car got swirls and it needs polishing and this, I'm not going to give them an interior detail with a regular wash. They need a full detail, or they need they need some paint correction. If they're not getting that, I don't want to do it. I remember seeing that, in the comment section. And I used to just think to myself, that's crazy. I mean, if you go to a mechanic shop, and a customer pulls up and they may need tires, they may need tires, and the mechanic sells tires, and the lady can't afford tires, but she pulled in for oil change. So you're gonna tell her, well, since you're not gonna buy tires, I'm not gonna change your oil. No, you there to give the customer what she wants. You tell her that I highly recommend that you get you some tires. I mean, I don't care if you don't get them from me, but that's not safe. You need some tires. You get them anywhere. I mean, I wish you'd get them from me, but you get them anywhere. And that shows the customer that you really care. You can wash the vehicle, do what they ask, and tell them, hey, if you want to address these swirls and all this going on in your paint, I can take care of that for you. Do a test spot for them. Do half of a panel, do the fender, half of it. And when they see how good it looks, they may consider doing it. And then you tell them about it, you give them your card, and you go about your business. And, when they come into some money, or when they, feel like they want to get it done, they'll call you. BJ, I see you. Ain't nothing much here, trying to make it and learn. Okay, cool. Aaron Holmes, what's going on? George Alvarado, what's going on now? Malik's Auto Detailing, semi trucks, man. I ain't seen you on here in a while. What's up now? I do everything on my phone now. I don't even use my GoPro since I bought the Note 20 Ultra. I edit, post, shoot. Yeah, I forgot to say that. And this is what well, this is not the phone that I use. This is like my business phone. But I use my phone to record my videos now. I used to use a camera. I used to use a professional camera. It's around here somewhere. And I use my phone now because it's just so easy. I mean, you do it. You do the phone. It automatically, when I get home, it automatically uploads to the cloud. I get on my computer. I get on the same cloud. I download it to my computer, and I start editing. I mean, I mean, it's nothing like. I don't care what anybody says. You can't convince me. I mean, I know I need the tools to detail the car, but I just feel like without this, you won't even get to the car. Without this cell phone, it's nothing like it, man. And then the thing about it is, this is something that I don't know if it was Steve Jobs or whoever came up with the smartphone or whoever. I'm not sure who it was. It probably wasn't even Steve Jobs. Probably some nerd out of MIT somewhere, and they did it or whatever. I'm not sure, but this is something that we used to not need. We didn't need cell phones, and they made it to where now you need it. They took something that's not needed and made it a need. That's crazy. That's awesome. What's that? Four in, Chris. I see you. I've been watching your work, your magic for years. You've made me lots of money. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you watching. I'm glad that you was able to learn something, and that's what I want to do. Like, you know, the stuff that I try to give you guys is just straight from my experience. Um, some of the things I've gotten from people, other detailers, and and the stuff that they gave to me, and then I actually experienced what they was telling me. And so, and especially when I hear other people experience it, I just say, okay, I got to give it out to the up and coming people that, up and coming detailers that are getting into this and not even thinking that far ahead. When you first start this thing, you're thinking about, man, I want to be able to do a good job. And all the other stuff you're not thinking about until you actually get into it. Once you get into it, you're like, man, you start seeing all these different things that you didn't think about, and then you're like, man, it is, it's really bigger than it's bigger than detailing. It's very important that you know all this stuff, because this is a business. You're running a business. What's going on, Michael Jackson? I see you, Brandon Howard. This is very motivating. I want to go outside right now. I see you. Jones Boys, I see you. Nokia first to market. Yeah, man, but because now, like, I'm always on this phone. Whether it's a post or video and a video. I mean, shooting a video or uploading something to Facebook or Instagram, or Googling something. I mean, it's nothing else, man. I don't care what nobody say. This thing right here, it makes everything just that more easier, man. And like, without this, like I'm telling you, if I leave the house, and I don't have my phone with me, I don't care how far I got down the road. I don't care what time I got to be in an appointment or what time I got to be somewhere. I turn around and go get it. I just have to be late because I need it. Because while I'm working, I'm getting phone calls. People are booking appointments and everything. So I have to text these people back. I have to answer the phone. Because that's one of the biggest things, is just not answering your phone. You can lose a lot of money not answering your phone. Salesmanship and time management is the single most missed thing by newer detailers. Right. Yeah, it takes time to to be, like if you've never been a salesman and you get into this, it takes time to learn that aspect of it. It really does. Today I had a customer. He booked a maintenance detail, which is Ashton. Come on now. Oh, he's already gone. But he booked a maintenance detail for a small SUV, which I only charge like $85. My maintenance detail is just a wipe down, vac, wash, tire shine, and $85. And when I got there, it had a little pet hair in there. The seats had little stains in there, and I was like, "Yo, do you want to get your seats and your floor shampooed? Because it needs it. But it wasn't that bad. I mean, I could have just vacuumed and wiped it down, washed it, and gave it to him, and the car still would have looked good. But I offered it to him. I said, hey, but I ended up selling him. But I know how to talk to customers. I've been in many fields where just about every field I've been in, I had to deal with lots and lots of people from all different backgrounds and cultures, ethnicities, and so I'm comfortable talking to people. Some people may be a little socially awkward. They don't deal with a lot of people, and so sometimes it's kind of hard for them to talk to people. So like that salesmanship, it comes with time. If you're not naturally a talkative person or naturally like a sociable person, then that's not easy. That's going to come in time. But I actually ended up turning that $85 detail into a $160 detail. Then he gave me a $30 tip, so I ended up walking away with $190. And Ashton came out there and helped me. What's going on, Eric? But Ashton came out there and helped me. He made a couple dollars too. So that's the thing, man. When you and it's all about customer service. It's all about talking to the customer, because when you go out there, you can go. And I've done this before. I've got on scene, and I get in the car, and we discuss it over the phone, and I forgot to tell them that it's extra. It's extra if you got pet hair, or if it's dirtier than what a car's supposed to be or whatever, excessive dirt, mud, debris in the car and everything, and then you didn't tell them that, and then you arrive on scene, and then sometimes because you've already gave them a price, you're afraid to tell them that it's going to be a little more than what you said because of the condition of the car. Communication, and some people will do the car, and then they may do the car and then try to tell the customer they need more money, which is a no-go. You shouldn't do that. You should tell the customer before you start the car that's going to go up. And some people will do the car and then be sitting there in the back of their mind like, man, I should have told them, regretting that you're doing the car and wish you would have told them that it was extra. Some people are afraid to say that, and I've done that before. And a car that you thought was going to take you 2 hours is now taking you 4 hours, 4.5 hours, because it's filled with pet hair and all types of stuff. And sometimes you just don't know. I remember the first time. I only had like one pet in my whole life, and I was an adult, and the pet didn't ride in the car with us, and he didn't shed either. He didn't shed, so we never really had a problem with pet hair. And I've never cleaned the car prior to that with pet hair until I started detailing, until I started doing this with business. And you got to understand, just because you do a good job in your car, your aunt's car, your grandma's car, and your wife's car, doesn't, you got to get some cars that are destroyed to really know what this thing is like. And sometimes you get, I got a hold to some, I remember the first time I got a hold to some pet hair, and I'm just vacuuming, I'm just going, and it's not budging. I'm talking about no change. And I'm like, I'm talking about, I'm scratching it with my fingernails. I got a brush. I'm rubbing it with a brush, and it comes up a little up with a brush. I've brushed the whole thing to try to brush it out the vehicle, vacuum, and I got it all out. But I was inexperienced. Like then I started saying things like the stone, and the lily brush, and the drill brush, and all these different things, and and then that was that's when I started learning how to do pet hair, and started realizing, like, yo, it's really difficult to get this stuff out. What's going on, Sporties? What's going on, big dog? Can't even holler at this dude no more. He talking to y'all every night. Big dog ain't got no time. I see you, big dog. Well, you must have called my other phone. You must have called my other phone. Yeah, it's been a long time since all three of us been on here. Got A&A, Sporties, and G-Works on here. You was about to die. You said, let me go online. I see you. Don't ride dirty. What's going on? I see you. Right, man. But yeah, these are things you guys need to be thinking about, man. It's just like a business mindset. Sometimes you gotta take your detailer hat off and put it down, and like focus on the business. Focus on satisfying your customers. I mean, your skills are second nature. I mean, if you've been doing it for a while, I mean, you got that. That's there. That's there. And the funny thing about it is, got a humbling story. JB son me. I hit you. Okay. Okay. I see you, Sporty. I'll hit you later. Yeah. But yo, like, y'all stay tuned, because me and Sporty got a video together. And Sporty should have some videos. He's been doing a whole lot of big things, and like, y'all stay tuned, and y'all be seeing it real soon. Like, it's a lot of stuff going on. Like, we about to take this to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like YouTube. I'm talking about like just our businesses. Like, we're taking it to a whole nother level. So like, yeah. So I mean, and if you noticed, a lot of us hadn't been really, you know, shooting and editing a lot of videos this year. I mean, this year's been crazy with all that's been going on this year. So, you know, some of us business picked up because of the COVID. Some people slowed down. Some people took a break because they don't want to get sick. But glad that everybody's doing well. And I just can't wait. I actually can't wait for this year to be over with. It's 2020 been crazy. Yeah, everything's been good, man. Just I know, like, and then like y'all ain't just like G Works, man. He ain't put out no videos in a minute. I just go live so I could just put my face out there because YouTube likes activity, so I always try to do something. But if you notice, I had it's been like a few weeks since I put out since I put out a video. If them plane tickets is on point for that location we was talking about, let's go. JB with it too. Alright, I'll talk to you about it. Now, I don't care. I drive down there. It ain't but 6 hours, man. I drive down there. I don't care, big dog. You know me. The Chevy or the van. I'll come down there. Right, 2020 is the year we'll never forget, man. Right, but Sport, you got to send me the commentary, man, so I could drop this video, man. It's already done. Just send me the commentary, man. I'll just drop it, man. What's going on, Juvie Lopez? I see you. David Harris, I see you. Yeah, shouts out to the new wave. Yeah, I do now that you let everybody know. Yep. And put you on blast, big dog, so you can do it. Yep. Come on, man. We got to put it out there, man. The video's already ready, man. I watched it the other day and got hyped, but I can't put it out, man. Right, man. But yeah. No, it's not risky, G Works, man. I knew you and your wife laughed at me last time when I was mixing my drink. But this just some Henny. Henny on the rocks. A little sippy sip. Ain't enough to do nothing. But it's not whiskey, it's cognac. Oh yeah. When you leaving out? When you leaving out, Sporties? Yeah, you know how y'all laughed at me, man, when I mix my drink, man. Y'all was like, "You mix your drink?" I'm like, "Yeah, I mix it sometimes. I put a little Coke in there sometimes, so I won't, I ain't trying to get sloppy drunk, so I try to mix it to cut it, Nah, it ain't apple juice, man. Come on, man. Don't do me like that, G Works. Come on, man. Oh, you leave at 9 a.m. like what? Tomorrow? Man, I know you hype. How long you gonna be down there? Now I put ice. No, a week. Oh man, you gonna like a week, like 5 days or 7 days. Yeah, but I put ice in my drinks. I ain't drinking no hot liquor. I don't care what nobody say. I gotta put some ice. Y'all trying to kill me. 6 days. Okay, that's a week, big dog. Man, you ain't gonna know what to do with yourself when you get back. I bet you ain't took a week off in years. Yo, and that's another thing, guys. Like, that's another thing, guys. You guys that's putting in work, you guys that's like sun up to sundown every day. You don't miss no days. You work Monday through Sunday. Um, Take some time off. Take some time off, man. Trust me, it'll be worth it. You'll feel good after you do it. Take some time off, even if it's one day, a weekend. Like, go enjoy yourself. Go to other countries, go to other states, like travel, enjoy yourself, take your family to places. I mean, right now, because of the COVID, okay, it probably ain't cool to be doing that now. But when all this stuff clear up, enjoy yourself. Oh yeah, you definitely deserve it, man. You definitely deserve it. Definitely. Like, man, all that work you put in, you gotta, all that work you put in, man, you deserve a week off. You deserve it. Right. You gotta take time off, man, because I mean, you gotta enjoy yourself. I do. I mean, I do enjoy myself when I'm working, but you got to break up the monotony and that repetition of like doing the same thing over and over and over again. When you take a trip or you go out of town or you do something different, it slows you down and gives you time to think. And when you come back, you just have a like every time I leave the area that I'm in, I don't care if I even just go to the next state over. If I go to Alabama, or if I go to Louisiana, or if I go to Florida, it doesn't matter. Like when I go, it can be a couple of days. When I come back, I see everything different. It's kind of like when you're driving on the highway and your windshield gets all dirty and stuff with bugs, and then you pull into the gas station and you clean it off with that little thing at the glass station. And when you pull out, how clear that window looks now after getting all those bugs off. I mean, you can still see with all those bugs off, but it's just different when you clean it. And that's how I feel. If it's the only way I can, that's the only way I can explain it. To get y'all to see how I feel like when I do take time off, or when I do like take a little small trip, because when before all this was going on, I would take small trips, Texas, Florida, Alabama, Atlanta. We'll take little trips and stuff like that, and when I come back, and then to see that when you go out of town, you're not thinking about money. I remember before I started detailing, when I was, when I wasn't making, I did okay, but I didn't have a lot of extra money. And when you go out of town, you're thinking about gas or a plane ticket. You're thinking about the price. Then you're thinking about the hotel price, and you're already adding up all this money. So when you're going out of town, you can't really enjoy yourself because you're wondering, am I gonna have enough of everything? But when you bust your ass and you put the work in and money is flowing in, when you go out of town, that's not even the issue. And I'm not only saying take time off. Like take time off. I mean like taking time off and like taking a trip or Or if you're gonna take time off, do something to enjoy yourself. Like treat yourself to something. Treat yourself to a massage. Treat yourself to something you've never done before. Trust me, and it'll put everything in perspective. And it's just like, okay, this is why I do what I do. When you come back, when you come back to work, you're gonna have like a whole new different energy. You just spend it and think of the good time. Exactly. A stiff. Joker want a stiff drink. Oh man. Yeah, you know me. Y'all just see me. I'll sip on this for like I've been on here. How long I've been on here already? I don't know how. Let me see how long I've been on here. It'll take me. Been on here an hour. I can sip on this for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Like I ain't a big drinker either, but I do like a nice little drink here and there. But the smoothest drink that I've ever drank was Hennessy White. From my guy Sporties. He had some Hennessy White. And you can drink it straight, you can mix it, and you don't get a headache the next day, and it was just smooth. You gonna be going on the plane, so you can't bring none back. You can't bring none back. You can't bring none back, Sporty. On that plane, cause some stores over there. There's some stores over there bottom. Yo, big dog. Hey, you should be able to bring some of that back, man, because you going right where it is. I know they got it in Jamaica. My Dukes. Bought back 4 bottles. Yeah, that was back then. I'm talking about now. Bourbon on the rocks. Mess around and ship it. Yeah, you gotta do something, man. You're gonna be down there 6 days. I know they got it down there. Justin Bailey, I see you. Love your vids. You're motivating. Got my first client this week. 2-car deal for $250. Got my first client. It's gonna feel good when you touch that cash. When you finish the car and they come out and put it in your hand, then you're gonna be like, yo, like my business is real. Like I made my first dollar. It's real. It's real. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing like it. I remember my first detail. Proper 12 whiskey. I like bourbon. Right. Yeah, that's awesome, man. For Justin Bailey. First detail, $250. I wish I'd have made $250 on my first detail. I think I probably made like $60. But I was smiling, I was happy. My first dollar. I was so happy. But it's real when that happened. Like when you get it done. And I'm not talking about like a family or friends. I'm talking about my first customer that I didn't know. They didn't know me. And it's real after that. Like I'm like, man. Man, what I look forward to this month of November is rest. I've been working hard, man. I've been working hard like every day. So Things are slowing down. Like I just do leaf cleanups, a few details here and there. I'm not in somebody's yard every, like, a lot of my customers don't have trees, like old trees that's going to be dumping leaves everywhere. Um, I only have a few clients that have that. So I won't be doing a lot of yards in November. I'll be doing stuff like trimming bushes and putting pine straw down, but that's only going to be for a few people. Uh, so I'm looking forward to resting. And that's what I do in the wintertime. That's why I save up that nest egg. And then, I just sit back, and every time I do a job, I record. Because if y'all notice, that's when y'all going to see my videos go up. Like, that's when I start doing a lot of videos, because I don't have a lot of work. I may have 1 or 2 jobs for the whole day. I do those jobs. I can record. I got time to edit. I got time to rest. I can watch some Netflix. Really enjoy myself. I get to put on some weight. Right now, I'm probably at 167 or 170. I'll probably get up to like by 178, 180 in the wintertime, because I just eat, put on put on pounds, and just be a little lazy. I still get out there and put in some work, but like November, December, and January, I just look forward to doing a little work, just a little bit of work, and resting. And then when the season kicks back off again, back at it. I see you, Justin. Appreciate you, man. I mean, I'm glad I'm helping somebody, man, because like sometimes I be talking, I don't think I be getting through because of the questions I be hearing, the questions that I see. But it's good to see that some people, that it's helping some people, because it's a lot of people. What I've realized with the internet, you got people who watch, but they don't comment, they don't say anything, they just watch, take the information and put it to use and do their thing. And I know I've helped, I've had a few people say that to me, and that's humbling to me, because that lets me know that even though someone may not say anything, that I'm helping somebody. But that's why I come from this angle, because what I see a lot of on YouTube is a lot of YouTubers are just talking about the stuff that everybody wants to see, but they don't talk about the things that you're actually gonna go through when you out here. And when you start this business, you want to be able to stay in it for the long haul. I get offended when people ask me, "You still detailing? You still washing cars? You still mowing lawns?" And I'm like, "Yeah. What else I'm gonna do? Yeah, I'm still doing it. You still at your job? Yeah, okay, I'm still doing the same thing." But like once I got a little understanding about it, I started to realize that most people who do this type of stuff don't do it long. They do it, for a year or a few months, and then they quit because they wasn't prepared for like all the obstacles that was going to come up, all the roadblocks and all the hard times that was going to come up, was going to come through, by doing this. So that's why I give out this type of information, because some of the things that have happened and you don't understand why it's happening is enough to make you want to quit. But the thing is that if something bad happens, you may think it's bad, but it's really not that bad. It's not the end of the world. But I just want to give you this information, so when it happens to you, you can say, okay, A&A talked about this, and you can go back to the video or you remember what I said, and then you can adjust and know how to handle the situation. If you got a customer complaining, or a customer is not satisfied with the service, there's so many ways that you can, maybe you do the job over again. You may have to do the job over again, or go and fix the problem. But that's why I tell you guys it's the customer service, because if you don't talk to the customer, because sometimes you got customers that are not sociable either. You got customers that are not sociable either. I had that to happen to me. I did a car. This lady had water spots in her car. I wasn't back then I wasn't asking what's bothering me about the car. She said she wanted a full detail, and the full detail comes with a wax. So she asked me, are you gonna buff the car? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna buff the car. But I'm thinking buff it with the wax. But if I had asked her, is there anything on the car that's bothering you? And she'd have told me the water spots, then I could have addressed the water spots. But I do a lot of cars that have water spots. People have sprinklers, and the sprinklers hit the car, and it leaves mineral deposits behind. So I didn't think none of it. I washed the car, did my thing, and went on. Well, her daughter was the one that recommended me, and I would do her daughter car. And then she told her daughter that she wasn't happy with my service, but she told me that she told me, oh, it looks good, but she didn't say anything to me. But had I asked her before we started, is it anything that's bothering you about the vehicle? If there's any concerns, any issues with the vehicle, if I would have asked her that and she would have told me the water spots, then she would have been happy, because she didn't care about and she just wasn't even happy at all. She paid me and smiled and said it looks good and everything. And her daughter told me a completely different story. And but I think she had some other issues too. I think the lady had some other issues too, because when I told the daughter that I'll go back and do it, she was kind of like, "No, don't worry about it, because I don't even feel like dealing with it." I kind of got the vibe from the daughter that the mother was, kind of, I couldn't, just kind of funny acting anyway. But and I used to, and sometimes I still think about that, because that's like one of the first. And I don't think I've ever had a complaint. I think that was my first, and I don't think I've had another one since then. And that was earlier on. But those are some of the things that you're going to deal with. So you want to have that. You want to have good customer service, because you can do mediocre work, but if you got good customer service, you can get by and still get a good review, and still, until you get your skills up, you can still get good reviews. You can still get repeat calls, and still make customers happy, dealing with people and the physical work you have to put in. YouTube says they make millions, but sometimes in real life, it's not that easy. Yeah, you're right. I see some detailers come out in the summer, by the winter, they disappear. Yeah. I met a guy the other day. He charged $20. Reminded me of me. Had a truck, had the water tank, sitting up all high. Had the pressure wash and everything in the back. Had stuff on the inside of the truck. It was just all thrown together. It's all thrown together, and he just he was excited, and he was like, "Yeah, man!" He saw my van. He was, "Man, we take pictures and everything," and then he was just like, I asked him how much he charged. He was like 20. And I just like, wow, like, but what happens is a lot of them are charging those prices, but they don't know how to manage the money, and not realizing that for them to even make $100 at $20, you're gonna have to do at least 3 cars. That's it. And then you're gonna have to get an SUV in there. You're going to have to get some SUVs. You do 3 SUVs, because I think he's charging like 20, 30, 40, or something like that. So you get you a few SUVs, and then you can get $100. But if you're doing sedans, you're going to have to do 5 of them. So to do 5 cars to get 100, I used to do that, and I know what that's like. And I remember I would never fill up my gas tank. Like, man, when y'all was watching A&A back in like 2015, 2016, man, I was buying as I go, man. I wasn't. I mean, if I didn't have to go anywhere, I didn't fill my tank up. I filled my tank up enough to do the job because I also had to put gas in my lawnmowers and my equipment and stuff like that and fill my gas cans up. So, man, I remember, and at that time, gas was like $3 a gallon. Just imagine, gas was like $3 a gallon back then, and it was killing me. But I knew that if I just saw it through, that it would get better. But some people don't know how to manage the money like I did, and that's why they disappear. And then on top of that, they catering to a demographic that is not going to pay that type of money. Not having the foresight to say, let me go and let me get at least $50 for a vehicle, $50 for a car or something like that. And but I knew I was going to have to raise my prices, and I did. I want to say every 3-4 months I was raising them. Like even now I raise them, and I still, every time I raise them, I do be nervous, but I just hit the button and hurry up and hit the button and do it, change the prices. So I remember when I first started, my full detail was probably at $100, and I think I was at that price when I got my website. So I got my website in like 17, so I was at $100. So 3 years later, I'm 185. So I'm trying to get to that $200 mark, and I'll be doing that real soon, because every time I do a full detail, I get tipped $200 every time. Just it's very seldom that somebody just pays me 185. So I'm trying to get to that 200. At least 195, 205, something like that. So that's going to be my next move. But man, other than that, my goal for the wintertime is to continue to work, but get a lot of rest and get myself ready for the following year. I don't do all that New Year's resolution. I don't do none of that stuff. I'm gonna put the work in like I've been doing, just on a whole nother level. What's going on, Patrick Tuggles? I see you. But I'm about to get off of here. If you guys got any questions, just go ahead and shoot them right now. I'll stay on here for about another 5 minutes. If you got any questions, go ahead and shoot them to me now. All right, everybody. I'm about to go. For you guys that are not members of the New Wave, go ahead and join now. It's called New Wave by ANA. And once you go to Facebook, you just type in New Wave by ANA. You're gonna see. Let me see. Where's that logo? My stuff be looking different from y'all's, but yeah, the logo is right there. New Wave by ANA, and you're gonna also see my logo right here in the middle of that logo. That logo up there, right here. Yeah. And you're gonna see that, and just go ahead and request to join. I accept everybody until you make a mistake and mess up. No advertising on the page. I had to kick a guy off today for trying to advertise and got mad because I took his video down. But you know, that's how it be. But anyway, yeah, y'all go over there and join. That is where y'all can go and show your work, ask questions, give advice, give tips, get advice, give tips. Get tips. And I hope to see y'all there. I see some people here that I don't see posting on the New Wave. Now remember, it's called the New Wave by ANA. Some of you guys have been following me around. There's another New Wave that has a red Range Rover on it. That's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the New Wave by ANA. You're going to see the official New Wave logo with the ANA logo inside the New Wave logo. So when you go to Facebook, type in New Wave by ANA, you will see that. Go ahead and request to join. I'm going to accept you. And, man, you start posting your stuff up, man. Because what that does is when people join, they see what's going on. They see the camaraderie. They see the love. It motivates them to get into this. If you have any questions, you just type it in, and I'm pretty sure somebody there is going to answer your questions. I did a door panel and it was great, but the original client wanted to take her new Lexus to the dealership. He wanted me to try and convince her to stay with me. Yeah. It's business. It's all business. Don't take it personal. Don't let it get you upset. You just do your thing. Because if you convince her, it's more money for you. But if she don't want to do it, most people think the dealership is like God. They want to take it there. Hey, it is what it is. It's business. Don't never take that stuff personal. Don't let it mess your day up. But with that being said, I'm out of here. Again, go enjoy the New Wave. I'm going to try to do these lives, a few times a week. Just to touch base with y'all. Put out information. I'll see you guys next time. Shouts out to New Wave. Peace.